The biggest surprises in a good way for the Cologne Major. We'll start off with Bait. I was pleasantly surprised by Bait and especially Sizzy at this event. After being an exciting up-and-coming team for a while, it kind of looked like they hit a wall, especially after benching Head Trick. They couldn't really find an offer for the team, and in big moments specifically, Sizzy impressed quite a bit here. I would say he still has a lot of work to become a real top-tier AWPer, but we saw quite a bit of flashes, and overall, it looks like Bait is heading in the right direction. Monty. I love the Monty story. Every single player on Monty having been kicked from a different tier 1 team at some point, of course besides Gizmy, is a very fun storyline, but a lot of people were saying maybe they were an 0-3 pick for stage 2, and they definitely proved those people wrong, making it to stage 3, and despite their 1-3 exit, they beat Paravision and looked very competitive against Falcons and Mongols. I think the future is bright for Monty, especially with how promising Gizmy looks. Next we have 9Z. I'm not gonna lie to you fellas, I thought maybe Astana could be a fluke, but 9Z kind of came into this event and was putting belt to ass. In stage 2, they fried everyone besides Spirit, which is understandable, and in stage 3, they beat Paravision Vitality, while also looking incredibly strong in their 2-0 game against Spirit. That was a very close series, and honestly, they probably should have won it. 9Z feels like they kind of came out of nowhere and is just easily competing with other tier 1 teams, kind of like BetBoom, who came into this event with 2 fucking stand-ins. They then went on to fly through stage 1 and stage 2 very easily. The 5 teams they played in stage 3 were Mongols, Falcons, Furia, Vitality, and Foot, and somehow they made the playoffs. I think we have to give a ton of respect to Boomage for this one. And lastly, G2. We saw G2 in the strongest form we ever had at this major, and Heavy God quite literally looks like the anchor of the year. He is fucking unbelievable. Also, that series against Spirit in the quarters was one of the best series I have ever watched. It could have gone either way, and to play that well against Spirit, who was red hot heading into the playoffs, is very impressive. I honestly think the future is very bright for G2. They got a couple players they can build around. I'm just hoping this isn't a situation like what happened with that Blast event last year. You know, looking great for one tournament, beating Vitality in the finals, then kind of falling back down to earth afterwards. And well, the last team I think everyone is thinking about is definitely Falcons, but we'll have a full video on that in Nico in a couple days, so don't you worry.